Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Forbidden Rubbish.
Welcome.
Huh?
I think this is like episode.
I'm
We don't wanna
thinking
say.
Like,
We're not for certain.
We're
We're not
we're
for
strolling
certain.
along, though.
But we're still here.
Yeah.
We
That's the
chug-a-lug.
point.
Yeah.
And
We're still together.
Still together.
Yeah.
Who are you?
All right.
Yeah, like we in there. We've been
We
going along.
Slide,
Yeah.
pet that thing.
Having a pod is life changing. Having a pod is life changing.
Mhm.
How so, Sway?
I mean, it changes you.
Yeah.
It changes you, or just your you, or
It changes you, like with like sticking to something, being consistent,
okay.
more responsibility,
Mhm.
accountability,
Mhm.
tough skin,
It's life changing.
bringing your shell, coming out of your shell.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I'm not as shy as, because I'm actually kind of shy. Like,
I ain't
not
never
amongst y'all, but
Thought of you as being shy.
put me on the stage and say, give a speech or for Easter. But now I think I'll be a little bit more.
Mhm.
When I say shy, I mean like if all eyes are just
On
looking
you,
at me,
right.
I
Okay.
will freeze up, but not
Yeah.
shy when I'm like, if it's everybody around, I'm high side.
Okay.
No, I'm a high side, but
Yeah.
I'm shy.
Okay.
Y'all
I think I'm a little shy.
or reserved.
Angie,
Okay.
you don't think so?
Yeah.
Tangie, you the
Uh-uh.
only one that's not shy.
I am very shy.
No, baby. No,
Okay.
baby.
I've never looked at now one of y'all as being
And
shy.
I've never
though.
looked at neither of you as shy or bashful.
Because y'all know me, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like if somebody say, well, like I'll high side and do
Yeah.
all that, but I'm saying that somebody say, can you go up there and give a speech about what this day mean to you? I will freeze up
Yeah.
because all these
Like
looking at you.
speaking, yeah.
speaking. But now
To
I'm
a-
comfortable because if you can speak and put it on YouTube,
No, I'm
girl,
listening.
if you can speak and put it on YouTube, then
Then
you know.
Okay, maybe I'm not as shy because I
You
would
not
give
shy.
this. I think I can be coy. I would give the speech though.
I don't
Well,
think
you're a
you've ever
rapper,
been
so you
shy.
have to.
Summer, I have been shy.
No, you never been
Yes.
shy.
I never remember you being shy.
Never.
I
I'm
can never
shy.
recall.
No.
I
Never
feel
been
like
shy.
if you're not shy, you like ostentatious. I'm not really loud. I'm just
No, because I'm loud. I think I'm loud
different.
once you get to know me.
Excuse
Loud, like, oh,
I mean that like when you coming in the building, like, hey, get these green beans and everybody over here, hi. Like I'm not.
Uh-uh.
I'm
no,
not-
but you're not shy though. Meaning you'll be like, that's somebody say, anybody wanna sing this song? I can sing.
No, I would not, girl. I would
I
not.
can sing.
I'd be a
How
bad
did we?
No.
You know, you be
Or, okay,
ready to
well, she
sing.
might not do that, but she probably would want you to say 10. She
Yeah,
come up and
Tina, go
sing.
sing.
Like,
Oh, I am
hope they
not
call
ready.
me.
No,
Yeah.
me.
That
Okay,
girl
sure.
said,
I hope they call. That'll be you. That'll be. Come on, y'all, because they called it for somebody. So let's get together. Come on, they need 3 people. We perfect. 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna take the lead. 10, you to the left.
Yeah.
That would definitely be you. You are not shy, and you are not shy either. Because let you go into a room and need something, baby. Y'all standing around. Excuse me, is there someone here to help? You are not shy.
Yeah.
No, I say I'm only shy when it comes to like give this. Like, say for example, when we win an award one day, like we win an
Yeah.
award for best podcast. I would not get. I probably would speak now, but I'd be like, who gonna speak?
What would you get up there and do? Just like smile, like thank you.
Yeah. But somebody have to say something like,
Summer, would you be okay to speak?
I mean, I might say a little something. I'll say
But
a
I'm gonna
little
take over the mic.
something.
So we're here.
yeah, exactly, because you're not shy.
Right.
Yeah. Not.
Yeah.
I don't think Summer's
Well, if
shy. I
I'm
think she's
prepared,
reserved.
if I'm prepared, then
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
I'm reserved. We're the same. I'm
No,
reserved.
y'all are not the same.
I'm very
No.
reserved. Summer's like reserved and sophisticated. and-
She's reserved but rough.
yeah.
Rough reserved.
Yeah. Yeah. And girl said R&R.
Yeah, you rough reserve.
Uh-uh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what are you? So I'm ratchet reserved? Wow.
No, I'm saying no. You are not ratchet.
Central Side. I'm not saying that. That ain't
No,
Central.
no, you're
Okay.
not ratchet. You just
Okay.
kind of like, what's the word? Okay, say for example, if we was to all go out right now to the club and Tamia would come on, you would be the first one to go to the floor and show everybody that you know the routine.
No, that'll be you.
Tangy.
Yes, to
As
sure.
soon
No,
as
I
it's-
can see all of us doing that.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
We all know the routine.
Routine.
I mean, or if
Since
No,
you love a
sometimes-
good
no, we
routine.
I'll
Sometimes
be
I-
like, hey, y'all, you know what I'm saying? And we all walking to the
Sometimes I kind of feel it out, like I'm just bobbing out. And then next thing you know, you'll see her over there. Dun, 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 dun. It's like, Tangy, what you like? Dun, 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 dun. It's like, okay. Your routine, okay.
All right, you guys. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Click the notification bell. Be the first to receive a notification of when a new FBR pod episode drops.
See? What we got today?
What we got
All
today?
right.
Today.
On all my notes.
I don't know why.
What we got today?
Casper. I feel like I'm in a ratchet mood this episode. I don't know why.
ratchet?
I feel a little ratchet.
Okay. Is
Okay.
that
Like,
7 Up, that cherry 7 Up?
Nah, 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 nah.
Oh.
Like, I'm a little ratchet
That
today.
coffee got you
Make
hyped.
'em
Yeah,
say, yeah,
coffee,
that
man. Coffee.
I
I-
need to start drinking some
Hyphy.
coffee.
No, you don't need
Yeah.
no coffee. Your skin's too flawless.
Mhm.
You need no coffee. Stick to the teas and waters and,
And shamans.
kombuchas and shaman.
What you say, Sean?
Shamans and everything, and
Mhm.
sun gazing and
Yeah.
stargazing.
Yeah, I ain't messing with that sun gaze.
Have y'all thought about in your backyards, because everybody has a backyard, laying out on it and doing like some grounding?
I think that's for yellow people.
Hey, yellow people?
Yeah.
I'm talking enough.
Like I ground, but I
Okay.
don't lay
What is
out.
grounding?
Grounding.
Like vegging
Go
out.
out barefooted and kind of just
Barefoot.
lay out
in the
in that
soil.
ground. You don't like the outdoors though.
I love the outdoors. You know that. I'm a all things
It's
outdoors
grounding.
person.
It's cleansing.
I have
to your
spiders
body.
in my
I do too.
backyard.
Like
Oh,
I have to
you
look
got
at
fresh
ants.
ground.
yeah.
Well, yeah. When I do it, I'm like, okay, I have to make sure there's.
Are
no
you
ant
afraid of
bed.
spiders?
I don't like insects. If it's not a butterfly or a ladybug,
I have arachnophobia.
Ooh, ladybug.
So I can't do it because I don't
Mhm.
care if it's a grass spider. Like I'm out of there.
Yeah, spiders.
Mhm.
I'm out of there.
Well, yeah, I don't do it for a long time. I just try to make myself get out there and
Just walk,
tip just a little bit, just
then walk
stand
back.
for a little bit.
like walk to the
Yeah,
fence and
maybe
back.
walk around a little bit and then I don't go for it all.
I've been laying out there, like just
Like you
out
lay
there
down on the ground.
on the ground. Look up
What do
at
you
the
have
sky.
on when
Do
you
you
doing
hug
that?
trees?
No,
This grass if you're a tree hugger.
I don't hug trees.
What they say? Some
they
people
say that's
hug
good
trees
too, but I don't do that.
Oh, okay.
No. That's a little like
They be dropping moisture, sap
Yeah,
and stuff.
no.
So what do you
Yeah.
wear when you go lay out and veg out? Are you in a bathing suit? Are you nude? Wow, you're nude. You're not afraid of the bugs?
Wait.
I'm not nude,
Oh, okay. I was gonna say,
but I
Oh.
wear like
like a
shorts and a tank top.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. I could see you in
Mhm.
like a kimbuka or like something like a shawl.
What's the kambuka?
The ain't
Like
that the-
cameos or something? Cameos or
Yeah. Is that what it?
Mhm.
But I don't know why I
Kimono.
thought about- Oh, kimono. Okay,
Something
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but they say it's really good for you.
Yeah, it is.
Where
That's
where
fine.
did I say that? Okay, never
It
mind.
was just, it
Sorry.
was just a rando question. So
You
we
said
have
you-
today.
Uh-huh.
Well, what was we talking about? We are talking about. Wait, which one did we decide to?
Jesus, Yeshua.
So what do
calling
you?
him?
Okay, so is it a difference? Does it matter if you say the name Jesus or Yeshua? I think
or
sometimes they say Yahweh, don't they?
Yahweh sometimes, but I don't
Yahweh,
know.
Yeshua. Does it matter to you? This is kind of like on the grounds of, would y'all say good morning, Grand Rising? Is it kind of on the grounds of that? Does it matter what you say? So, is that what we're saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm saying, I'll just go and say, so when I first got into my research stages of my life, which started in 08,
She act like she's so old.
Mhm.
I used to be very judgmental of people who said Jesus when I found out that. But then I got convicted about it. I was really hard up, like, Yahweh, it ain't Jesus, wasn't no J's in the Bible, blah, blah. But
Mhm.
then after that, I had to realize what your mama told me. And then also I had to
Well,
realize,
who mama told you?
some mama,
Okay.
about Jesus.
Okay.
It Cause if she told me that and that worked for me, then why am I having a problem with saying Yahweh? Cause you're only doing it. Cause sometimes we can read.
You mean calling on his name,
right?
Okay,
Right. So I guess backstory. If you haven't seen that episode, is when I said that in the name of Jesus or the blood of Jesus would get the devil from riding you or not being able to move at night. But then all of a sudden, I took that out the window when I started researching. So sometimes when you research, you can become a little judgmental as far as like, this is something new I learned and everybody got to follow suit. No, that's something new that you learned, but that don't mean that everybody got to follow suit.
Right.
Or that don't necessarily mean you have to take that and run with it and be like, now that I've learned this, I have to change. What I'm trying to say. I got to change that. I feel like I was in a roll and I just crashed. I feel like I was on a roll and then I just crashed.
Like everybody's supposed to accept the change
Or even
the
I
knowledge
have
that
to
you picked up on, like you.
Right, because whoa, shit. Something happened.
It sounds like we in a Compton over.
I said ratchet.
Yeah. Like, for example, I feel like I'm getting lost in somebody gotta come in here because I feel like I'm lost. But
well,
yeah, say something. 'Cause I'm lost.
Well, I do call him Yeshua.
Okay.
If you call him Jesus, that's fine or whatever. You know, I'm not beating nobody down saying, you know, that's just what I call him. And I don't know, y'all know I'm always like thinking, you know what I'm saying? My mind be going. And so I know we well, no, okay, so
I guess it had it's all
I know, you know, throughout the years we have heard that the letter J came up. It didn't come into existence until the year 1524. And so back then, just doing some research over the years. I'm sorry. But basically, they replaced the letter J.
Yeah.
It would have been I.
Yeah.
So his name would have been Jesus.
Uh-huh.
And so during research, they say that's basically like in the Greek meaning would be praise Zeus or hail Zeus. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, the Greek god.
Well, they just saying that that's Zeus.
Oh, okay.
So if you're saying Jesus, they're saying Zeus and Jesus, the names line up with one another according to like the Greek words or whatever. And so just thinking about that or whatever, I don't know, I just had a thought and I was like, I say, what if but no, I had a thought one day and I was like, what if, and this may sound crazy, but I was just like, what if, because I know the Bible says something like Satan want to it's like want to deceive you or whatever. It's something in the Bible about Satan deceiving the world. And so I was like, what if the biggest deception would be to have people calling out
his name, Jesus,
if Zeus and Jesus is the same, versus calling out Yeshua. And I know some people are like, well, you know, Jesus know where your heart is, this and he know who you're talking to or whatever. But at the same time, it's like, call me my name, because the Bible also says something like he's a jealous God. And so if it is that, if that's the case, wouldn't he be a jealous God? Why would he want you to call him somebody else's name? So, I mean, I do say Yeshua.
At all times?
I've said Jesus too, you know, even still or whatever. But if
you
I'm
try to make an effort,
him, I say Yeshua because I just never. And I was on the phone with Erica one time, and I had mentioned that to her about the, you know, deception. What if that's the case or whatever? And then, like within maybe a couple of months ago, maybe 2 to 3 months ago, I've been watching videos, and these are old videos, like old scholars and African teachers or whatever. And it's just crazy how it happened, because that thought I didn't. That's not something that I just think of, and it
Right.
just popped in my mind. Like,
Right.
wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
And so these teachers broke it down,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what they was kind of saying along the same lines. They said Satan had many names, and that was one of them. Prometheus.
What was one of them?
Deceiver.
Oh, deceiver.
No,
Or Satan.
they said Zeus and Jesus is the same name.
But you said he
Satan
has
had
one of
many
names, and what's one of them?
Jesus, Zeus,
Okay,
Prometheus.
gotcha.
And like it was a couple of more, Lucifer, just a couple of more different names or whatever. And so I'm like, well, I don't know. I don't know if that's true or whatever, but it was just crazy how it all came. So I call him Yeshua.
I think it's a plot. Like I think it is deception, but not that way. I think the world is always looking to make Jesus a lie. And I think that's the backdrop behind it. If I can get you to lie about your name, it's not this, it's really this. It really ain't about what you call them. I think it's the plot behind it. It's like the woman in the Bible who had multiple husbands, and the town people came and got her and was going to stone her. And we hear that story all the time. And we think it's about the woman cheating or having multiple husbands, and it's never about that. Mm-hmm. The story is about them catching Jesus in a lie, because that was the deception. Because if Jesus were to say, stone her, then it voids out what he came to do. If Jesus were to say, let her go free, he would have voided out the law. And he says, obey the laws of the land. So they didn't do that because of the woman. They did that to test Jesus, to see where he lied and how he would respond. Mm-hmm. I think the same thing is with us calling him Yeshua, Jesus, Yahweh, Yahshua. Like, I think it's the same thing. I think it's never about his name. If I can make you a liar, whether it be about your name or anything else, if I could just... My pastor used to say, like, here's Jesus, and you're focused on him. And if the enemy can get you to look an inch to the left or an inch to the right, your eyes have now missed the mark. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's what it is for me. It's just, let's get us focused on what we call him and miss the mark. Let's make him a liar. And not him, the Bible.
Because, that's what I was
The Bible. Let's make the Bible a liar. His name ain't even Jesus. So J didn't exist. Well, let's be honest. The Bible wasn't written for us. It wasn't written for us. And that's the thing that people got to understand. It was written for Hebrews. His name is one way. If you Google it, it's one way in the Greek, it's one way in the Hebrew. Mm-hmm. And that's why you got variations. It's Yeshua over here in one language. It's Jesus over here in another language. But the thing of it is, and I agree with you, my name is Tangi and gets mispronounced all the time. Tangi. I never be confused about who they calling. I know they calling me. Mm-hmm. I know they're calling me. Whether they say my name right or wrong, I know they calling me. Yeah. I think that sometimes also with the deception to get you to stay on the name thing is to make people forget that there is power in his name. So whether I call him Yeshua, Jesus, Son of Man, Son of David, Lion of Judah, Bread of Life, Living Water, no matter what I call him, if I don't even say his name at all, if I just look up to see him and say, I'm mad at you, and you know who I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. He knows exactly who I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. He's all knowing, and I really don't think he would be that offended by what we do or don't call him. The same way as a mother, you don't really get that offended by what your kids, unless it's with disrespect.
Is there somewhere in the Bible where it says, call me by my name?
No. Well, it probably is, but when you have those scriptures like call me by my name, it's not saying call me by the right name. It's saying I am that I am. So before you confuse me with any other gods, if you don't call me nothing else, I am that I am. Mm-hmm. It's not saying call me by my name like get it right. He's not that arrogant and get it right. Put some respect on my name. God is not that, not humble. He doesn't care about that. That would be childish for him. He's God. It's not a call me by my name, get it right. It's more of a...
So do y'all think that he's a jealous God though?
But when he says I'm a jealous God, again, it's not name. When he say I'm a jealous God, it means idolizing. Not that you call me Yeshua instead of Jesus. I'm a jealous God, meaning you're worshiping your money or your man or your possessions or your degrees or your this or
Right.
your that. I'm not a jealous God to what you call me, because that would be you got to think about how petty that would be for God. I'm feeling the type of way, I'm in my feelings because she didn't say my name right. I'm a jealous God. No, he's God. It's I'm a jealous God when it comes to you putting other things before me, not my name. It's just not that serious. And I really do think it's a lot of times when I hear people, like I see it on Facebook, arguing about his name, it wasn't even a such thing as a J, and it's still the same thing. If you think about the Hispanic language, every J is an H. Every H is a J. It's pronounced that way. That's just, it's language. And when you're dealing with language, things get messed up in the translation. That's it. But I really think it's a plot and a ploy, because if we can make anything in the Bible a lie, it all becomes a lie. I really think that's what it is.
Well, I will say I think that his name is the only name it's always confusion about, which makes me wonder just kind of like why it's always an issue with Christian, and I'm gonna say Christianity meaning Jesus. That it's never any issues when it comes to being a Muslim. They never go and bash that or talk about that. There's never any issues with, you can't say nothing about Scientology. You can't say nothing. But when it comes to Christianity, they can beat that down left and right, which makes me also believe that there's power in him, because it's always an issue. It's always something with him. But for me, what I had to realize was that, kind of like what you were saying, I had to think about it. If my daddy was still here and he hadn't seen me in 20 years, he would know my voice, even if I was just moaning. That's a father knowing his child. If I was just like, he'd be like, that is Tisha. I know Tisha's voice. Right. I think that would be the same with him. He knows our heart. He knows his children. He knows who we're talking to. Right. I agree with you on that.
Right.
That it's just regardless. Because like I said, I was calling him that, but it didn't feel right in my spirit, because it was almost like, why are you doing that? Are you doing that because you learned? Or you do because because it never was a problem before. I was going to you before. We was having a one-way connection before. We was doing good, and all of a sudden you went. That's why my pastor used to always say. She would always say, "Don't go past the book." Now, I didn't agree with that, but I knew what she was saying. She was saying sometimes you can research so much.
You become a fool. You
become detached from God. Like you go so far at that, because it's a lot of people when they start researching, that's when they be like, and you can have questions. I'm not saying that, but they go so far in to where it's like, okay, you way down everybody. You don't cross the Red Sea now. We just start off with one question. And now you questioning everything. So, which, like, again, I don't see a problem with you questioning nothing, but it's like, make sure your heart don't go too far from him. I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
I think it's because not questioning, like you, because I agree, there's nothing wrong with questioning. I think the proper word would be doubt.
Don't doubt him?
No, I'm saying it's not that you're questioning. It's that when you're researching and looking at certain things, all it takes is an ounce of doubt. Because again, you got to remember, if you can make anything about God or in the Bible a lie, it all becomes a lie. You cancel out the whole thing. It's a chain. If you take any piece and cancel it out, the whole chain breaks. So I think that sometimes when you research, when you're researching it, like you said, and it causes you to start having those questions, what it's doing is putting doubt in your mind. It's raising doubt. Yeah. And it's causing those things. And once you doubt it, sometimes it don't have to, and faith don't always make sense. Faith is faith. I think that's what you got to say, Summer.
Well, no, I was going to say, I always question everything pretty much, but I mean, I do. Like, I have questions about things or whatever, but it doesn't remove the fact that I believe in the word. You know what I'm saying? Whether his name was Jesus or Yeshua or whatever, you know what I'm saying? I believe that he did if it's Yeshua, I believe it was him working the miracles in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? So nothing about that changes for me. But it's just, I know that there are certain things that they do try to keep us, from knowing or whatever. They don't want us to know the full extent of certain things. And I do feel like sometimes I think sometimes certain things in the Bible, people only read it, and sometimes I think some things are supposed to be decoded a little bit or not. I don't know. Like you can read.
Are you saying like get a backdrop or get
not
the
decoded, but some things wasn't always just
black and
literal.
white.
Yeah, like it has a different meaning. You know what I'm saying? Everything is just not what it is. Some of the things in the Bible has a different meaning. And so I don't
like
know.
subliminals, kind of, so to speak.
I guess
you might take it to mean one thing and it means something totally
something
different,
else.
unbeknownst to you.
And perception is everything, because I may read it one way and you may take it a totally different way.
Do you think that the different I mean, I don't know how many Bibles they have now. It's a lot of Bibles out there now. Like they keep changing it and it's a new version, this, that. Do you think that causes confusion?
Yes,
Meaning I don't even know. I can't even count how many Bibles, like NIV, then American, and SCS. Like I got the Bible app and it's like I can choose over 100 versions and each version is going to be different in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, would you think that would cause confusion? Because depending on how the Bible is worded, it can deliberately mean something different to another person. Yeah. Does that make sense? What I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Right.
I think it causes confusion.
I think so too.
I think it causes confusion, and I think it causes an argument.
Okay. I think it causes confusion because I know for a fact, like NIV, I did a comparison chapter to chapter of Matthew, and there were scriptures completely missing out of NIV that wasn't even there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now, why would you take that scripture away? Now there is no justification for it. That scripture was there for a reason. It was not for you to take away. Then at the bottom, it'll say, this scripture was omitted. Well, why? It shouldn't be omitted.
Or when you take a scripture and deliberately change a word and you kind of make it like it's a synonym.
Right.
But it's really not.
Exactly.
You change the whole meaning.
Right.
Of that.
You change the
that.
power of that scripture.
That's confusing.
Yes. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's what causes people to question this, because they're like, it's too much.
Taking
this
out,
and that,
putting
right,
in.
this is that, and they keep teetering with it, and I think that's what causes people to, which goes back to your faith. You have to be steadfast in the faith.
I think for me, like you said about what her mom told you, the fact that I can call on your name and know the power of it and the result immediately of what you do when I call on your name, that right there, that
enough for you.
That settles everything. I know what happens when I call your name.
Right. And to me, it's just basically about having that personal relationship. I mean, at the end of the day, regardless of what not saying like that. Yeah. But I know
what you're trying to say. Because the Bible is not required.
Personal relationship.
It's not required.
That one-on-one relationship that I have.
Yeah. A Bible wasn't always in play and it's not required. So I get you.
Right. What do you mean?
Girl say, what you mean it's not required?
No, you saying not required, meaning it's to have a relationship with God is not required.
Right. That girl said I disagree.
No.
When I say, because she looked like, no, it's required for me because it's food. It's required for me. But I'm saying initially it's not required because Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, you can go on all day. They didn't have a Bible. There was none until it was written. So and for you to get a scripture, I'm just stuttering, to say Abraham believed God and it was accounted as righteous. It's not Abraham read the book. I'm saying initially it wasn't.
I know what you're saying.
It wasn't required. It's required of me, but that's what I'm saying. So it does. It is confusing.
I've had, I don't know why I keep meeting people that be questioning, like seriously, like don't even believe in it no more. And what I've always said, and I've said this recently to someone, read the word for 30 days.
Yep.
And then come back to me and tell me if it changes you. Or if it gives you something. Just read the word. Just try it.
Just read it.
Just try it and see, because it's a living document, meaning it's gonna speak to you
as you read. It is the only book that reads you as you read it.
Right. So I just tell them, just read the word for 30 days. And then if you feel the same, then let's have a conversation. But just give it a try.
Yeah.
Is what I would say.
Because nobody has been able to master reading it and not becoming a Christian. Not one person has ever been able to read the Bible and stay an atheist or not believe. It's
A Case for Christ is an excellent. Have y'all seen that movie, Case for Christ?
I haven't seen it.
Y'all need to go tonight. Y'all should all
Is
go
it
home
on
and watch
Netflix
Case for Christ.
or Where is it?
I don't know. It's probably on one of them things you
Yeah,
could
on
search on it. But
something.
this true story. He got a church in Houston now, but he was an atheist. He was a newspaper. He was a
The one that
reporter.
set out to prove it wrong and read it.
And ended up, he could not, the conclusion was it's real.
Yeah.
And he was turning his whole life upside down trying to prove
fight it.
it was so good, because he was like had X equals Z and Y, and because he was like thinking logical, like math, like he was thinking on that level, like scientist level. And he
Yeah.
was like, okay, this is this and this is that. And then he went to go talk to scholars and this and that. And he was just
and
like,
it proved him right.
yeah, it
I
proved
tell
him
people
right.
that too. Read the Bible for yourself.
What proved him right? Oh, you talking about the Bible?
Yeah. Once he read it, he couldn't.
So it proved him wrong.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, proved him wrong, but I say proved him right. But it was undeniable for him.
Yeah.
And that's what I tell people too. Go read it. You know, it's easy to pick it apart. You don't know what it is. But until you go read it, you wouldn't pick it apart anymore.
Yeah.
You would realize that some arguments that we have about Christianity, they're futile. They're pointless. They're and I think that sometimes we as humans, we tend to think of Jesus on our level. We're humans. God is not human. He is God. He feels you. He understands you as a human. But he is a whole spiritual deity that has been here throughout all eternity and will be here long before us. So the pettiness and the stuff that we do as humans, no. I think some things we fight about, he ain't.
Yeah. But I don't think it's anything wrong if you want to say Yahweh either. I don't think it's, if that's what you want to, if that's
I
what
do.
you,
Well, what's the difference? Well, okay.
I feel for me, because I know Yahweh to be.
Oh, wait. So do you feel like Yahweh, Jesus, and Yeshua are the same?
Yeshua or whatever one is this closest.
I feel like they're the same, but they're not the same. Because I think a person could acknowledge Yahweh and cut Jesus out the equation.
Oh, because Yahweh, they call Yahweh
Oh.
God. So
I think-
God
Okay, I
and
see what you're
then
saying.
Jesus.
Well, I mean,
Okay,
whatever
yeah,
name
yeah,
is
I got what you're
Jesus.
saying.
What's the
Yeah.
one that's Jesus? Yeshua.
Mhm.
Which really, I had pulled it up, which really is not the form either. That's a form of another word.
Is Yashia? No.
It's
yeah,
like a
Yeshua. Yeshua is a form of Yehoshua, which is another name for him, which is in the Hebrew. So that's not the correct form of that one
Sometimes
either.
what them Hebrew Israelites be saying, like they be like Yahama. They have a long 6-syllable name for them. I thought Yahama. I don't know, but
Because we mean like his name not having any vowels, it being an all consonant name.
I just remember watching them one time when I was looking at them and. Yeah, it's
Sure
cold.
is.
And
It's
they
cold.
was like, Yamaha Mashiach. It's a lot. It ain't just as simple as
Yeah.
Jesus. I know that. I was like, ooh, that's a long name.
Mm.
But okay, that's neither here nor there. But
yeah.
I see what you're saying, because sometimes they could take that name and leave the New Testament completely out in their thinking and be like, it stops at God, is what you're saying. They don't recognize that
I mean,
portion
I
of
think that's okay. If you don't believe in Jesus and you just want to stop at Yahweh or God, I think that's your preference. Like she said, it's a relationship. I'm saying for me, I do think it's a difference if you omit it.
But you were saying Yeshua and Jesus. You
If
don't feel
whatever
like it's
name means
nothing
Jesus,
wrong
this
with it.
Yeshua,
Yeah.
I don't see nothing. If I guess it'll be a heart issue, because I'm not saying you're not trying to change it, but if you're saying that if that's what you want to call Jesus, because that's the name that you believe, I mean, if he answering back, like I said, I don't know, because Jesus answered back for me, so
Yeah,
somebody else could
Jesus
say.
has.
I
I
know
always prayed to Jesus coming up.
Yeah, I know a young
But
lady
I
who told me that name did
Yeshua.
not feel right to her, and that she
Yeah.
wanted to say Yeshua or
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
and I was just like, oh,
Whatever speaks.
whatever.
Did you ask her, had you ever called on his name?
She was calling. We was doing Bible study together.
Oh, okay.
And she was just like, but that's not his name. That's wrong in the Bible.
I feel like if as long as y'all both on the same accord on who it's going up to, like, the same.
Yeah, she knew. She was like, the same man that died and rose in 3 days. That's the same man, but that man's name is not Jesus. And every time you call him that, I'm wondering why you're like, that don't sit well with me. And I told her my testimony, and I said, I went through that whole rabbit hole, and I came right on back to Jesus, because it was just like I said, I had to think about what some of mama had told me, and that worked for me. So if that name worked for me to get the enemy off me in my sleep, why would I change that?
See that right there?
Yeah.
You and her having that discussion. I think, see what I'm saying? To see how fast something that minute can cause a disagreement or argue. And like God used to tell me, I never created my Bible or my word for you as my children to use it as a weapon to fight against each other or have a disagreement ever. And that's something that it does. Why do you do that? Why do you call his name that? Why don't you call his name that? It's not for that. His word and everything about his name is for you guys to fight the enemy, to fight
I think that's
something else.
with everything.
And that's why sometimes I don't like those discussions about those little small details, because y'all ain't even fighting the right cause. Y'all fighting over
the name
and who's wrong or right. Because when it all comes down to it, that's my way is right and your way is wrong. Y'all are really fighting over who knows it. I know it and you got it wrong. No, I'm saying it right. Does it really matter? Why are we fighting each other over something that he wouldn't even want us arguing or fighting or why? If that's what it's going to cause us to do.
Right. But that's why I say I feel like you can agree to respect somebody's choice.
Right.
And leave it there.
Yeah, I agree too.
The girl said no.
But I agree. I'm saying it just overall doesn't do that. Because I've seen a lot of people on Facebook going, stop calling him Jesus.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? That's what I'm saying. You're causing a conflict over something that's not. And half the time, the ones who do it, you don't even know what's in the Bible.
Right.
You don't even know what's there.
That's
You just putting it out to start an argument. That's why I say the argument or the thing is never really about the thing. It's the deception of the devil to get you guys fighting about this thing. And
I will say this, life experiences will my experiences on certain things have made me, without a shadow of a doubt, stand firm on what I believe. Even if I start reading the Bible today, I would never not say that this man is not real. Like Jesus is not real in my life from my experiences. So sometimes it takes somebody going through something or experience until they be like, y'all can say what y'all want, right, but this is where I'm standing. Yeah. This man's name was real. I almost got looked about some aliens. And if it wasn't for me saying in Jesus' name, because I've heard them testimonies where people be like, I think I was finna get abducted and I said in the name of Jesus, and that's the only thing that made them stop. Yeah. Yeah. So it is cold. What time do we start?
5. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Did we have wait, was that the time? A rapid fire? Yeah, summer. We said we was gonna do.
Are we prepared if the system shut down?
I was doing the other one. I thought it was like, what was the question?
Cheat. I mean, single.
What do y'all want to do that? Do we have time? Y'all want to let it ride?
What ride?
The time.
It don't matter. Okay,
so the rapid fire is if you're married. Wasn't it if you're married? Yeah, if you're married.
Say it again. Oh yeah, separate. Yeah.
If you're married and separated, what are the guidelines? Or is it appropriate to date other people? Is it not okay to date other people? What's your thoughts on that? That's a good rapid fire.
It's a no.
It's a no.
Go work on your marriage. I'm running.
What if y'all been apart for like 2 years and they can't?
I'm gonna just say that on the other receiving end. Okay. If a man came to me, and he was married and they've been separated, I don't care if you've been separated for 10 years. It's a no for me.
What if they can't find his wife?
It's a no.
What if you were the one that separated?
Was
a missing person.
What if you and your spouse? The girl said, I don't know. What if you and your spouse have been separated for 5 years, 10 years? No.
You're gonna wait. I mean, you
I'm gonna go get a divorce.
Yeah, but what if
they can't find him? What you for that?
I think they got a way around that.
No, they have some spouses that they can't find. Oh, you mean the
to
courtroom?
still be
Yeah, they
able
do.
to
Yeah, they got
divorce.
some ways
Yeah.
around it, but you do
Yeah.
gotta wait some time.
Separation
during that time.
separation only means y'all living in two separate houses. That does not mean you're not married. You still married. You still married. And when a woman is done, usually she's done. Usually, sometimes it could be. But for a man,
He got needs though. Y'all are separated.
I think for a man, I don't know. They be loving their wife. They be just waiting for the wife to let them back in. And you dating this wife, and it's just something for him to do. I mean, you dating the husband, it's just something for him to do right now. They be back with their wife. As soon as their wife say you can come on back home, they be back with their wife. Then you call and them be disconnected.
Well, what if it was the husband that left?
The wife?
Mm-hmm.
Why you leave? You going through a midlife crisis? Is he 50? He probably going through a midlife crisis. He'll be back.
You getting on his nerves.
It could be a number of reasons why he left.
Take
Well, I'm
that
saying
time
if
to
the
figure out if you
husband
want to be
left-
with that person or not. Don't be out dating. To me, separation does not give you free will to date just because you separated. That does not get that separated. Just mean y'all working it out. That's what you trying to figure out.
Trying to figure
Well-
out if you want to go forward
Yeah.
with it. If y'all want to even go forward. And
Are
feel
you
like it's
saying
working.
separated in the process of getting a divorce? Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
about
that's a
to
good
go
question.
down?
Or separated, just like you
separated,
said.
like we're trying to figure
Has the
out what we're gonna do.
If you get a divorce from somebody and the ink just dried a month ago, you still to me married. I want to do with you.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Because some of you brought, I mean, what if he just, what if he filed the divorce papers, he's waiting on the court, like, that's separate, you that's
Yeah,
married, I
y'all
don't
in the
count.
process.
Wait in peace. Wait in peace.
Mm-hmm.
So the ink dries, it's been a month.
No, too soon.
But what if
What's
his
the
marriage,
timing?
Yeah.
When is the timing right?
I feel like a marriage is something you just, sir, you need time.
but here's the thing. Some marriages, what if it's already over before y'all actually filed the divorce, and it's been over for 3 years and y'all just been going through the motions. So by the time we sign the ink, I'm not crying, I'm not weeping, I'm over it because I actually been checked out from this marriage, and so
How do I know that?
He
I'm just
said-
going off.
I'm just-
It's like it's two sides to every
Here's
story.
where I play devil's advocate. Because I asked this question to a friend, and that's what she said. She said, it depends on what he would tell me. And I said, so you going to go off of what he would tell you?
Yeah.
That would make it okay? Not what God would have to, like his word would be the end all be all. So
would you like dismiss him as in like no conversation? He couldn't even get the phone number, or okay.
I respect the union of marriage way too much.
Baby,
I
what
have
is
friends that are married. There is no way I would ever talk to a married man. Absolutely not. On any,
Well, you
on
might.
any.
it just wouldn't be beknownst to you.
Right. Well, yeah. But if I knew that he was married, there is no
same
way.
as here. I don't.
agree.
there is
I
no
don't wanna
way.
talk to a married man.
Because here's the deal. Say y'all separated. It's been people that's been separated for 10 years got back together. 10 years got back together. 20 years got back together.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, separate, all that means is that somewhere down the line, y'all not ready to sign them papers. Something is holding y'all back.
So, well, I'm just saying, like, so if he divorced, how much time does he need to where you will give him a chance?
Okay, say if somebody came to me, you've been divorced about 5 years. 5 years.
What you think of that number?
That's a lot. Wait a minute. You saying no, you still wouldn't after 5 years?
No, 5 years is okay. You got, because to me, I need to know.
Tisha,
Here's the
if
deal.
well, okay.
Here's the deal. How long has a man ever tried to get you back? How long?
A man could try for years.
There you go.
Oh, well, okay. No.
There
you
they
go.
can try for years, but what
That don't mean he's not willing to move on if something
But
better
just
presents
because
itself.
the man
Yeah.
try
I'm
to
second
get you
fiddle
back
to no.
doesn't mean
I
the
don't
woman
mean
want
that.
him.
I-
Second So no, he may still have feelings for her or whatever. Who knows? But what if she don't want him back? He realized he got to move on with his life. 2 years later,
right.
Tisha, and he, you know what I'm saying?
Or he's stuck on his wife and he is trying to get her back. But then another woman presents itself and he goes, I don't know why I was holding on to my wife. I thought she was everything for me until I got with this. And I feel like this is healthy and this is where I want to be.
Well, that's maybe some women's calling.
5 years, Tisha. What if it was you? What if you, God forbid, that happened, but you got a divorce and you and your spouse, you checked out 2 years ago and then y'all were divorced for 3 years after that. You're not going to date another man, a good man.
5 years,
yeah, he going to present himself.
The same would have to apply to you.
you.
Would you not be ready to move on into 5 years?
And he a good man. You don't know if God brought him or not. Because you saying 5 years, but what if that ain't God's timing? What if God is ready to bring you somebody else? You going to reject it because it ain't been 5 years?
Somebody that have all the qualities
I would have to pray about it. But I told y'all it's different to me because I have yet to hear a story of an ex-spouse trying to get somebody back for I don't know how long. They still calling,
but
they
sometimes
still want to.
No.
Hold on. Just because somebody try to get you back, don't mean they want you back like that.
Come on.
But I'm not gonna talk to you and you want somebody back. You want say you're on a date with somebody.
But they don't always want you back. Did you hear what she said? Because that's
they
true.
may not want you back like. That's why I see like women be getting gassed up about because a man and just because he said that
don't mean he really wants you back.
That don't mean he wants you
I
like
said again.
Yeah.
Pharaoh wanted the Egyptians back, but it ain't because he loved them. He wanted them to. He liked what they did for him.
Okay, so I, for one, think a married couple sometimes it could be different, but in a whole, I think you need time.
I agree. You need
I think
5
you
years?
need time. That's for me because I just be like, you need time to make sure you don't want that person. A lot of folks is getting remarried. They be divorced and they get remarried. So why did y'all get remarried? That means that the feelings were still there. And so everybody that you met in between that remarriage time,
they remarry each other.
They remarry each other, but then they've dated in between that. And so that person could have been like, I think this dude really the one. And the whole time he just waiting to get back with his wife. So you need time to even know if you want to get back with your wife.
That's not the scenario though sometimes. Because
Is it sometimes?
I was married to someone and divorced him and remarried him. But it wasn't because
what did you do in between?
The wrong thing. I divorced and dated. Hear me out though. Mm-hmm. But we talked about me remarrying him.
Who did?
I'm saying the point was remarrying.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't because feelings were still there. That's not why I remarried him. Mm-hmm. I never stopped loving him. But that's not to prove your point. Mm-hmm. I mean this. Had I found somebody in the interim that was a good man for me, and it sounds bad, but let me stick with me. Had I found a man that was good to me in the interim, I wouldn't have went back to my ex-husband, whether I loved him, cared for him, and had feelings for him or not. I've already had something that's come, and this is for me, and I feel like you missed your opportunity. And I'm not saying I just remarried him because there was no options. Mm-hmm. I'm saying the time while we were apart after divorce, I realized some things. He may have realized some things. Once we saw each other out the blue after a while, we was like, hey, maybe we rushed too fast to get a divorce. Mm-hmm. Let's try it again. Mm-hmm. Like some idiots. Right. That's what I'm saying. It's not just always you sitting there waiting, hoping they come back. It's not always that.
I mean, because life is still going on.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't think they're sitting there waiting, but it does.
Oh, go ahead.
It does happen, though, is what I'm saying. Even if you're not sitting there
I'll pull it out. It won't stay? I'll pull it out.
Never mind.
It won't stay? Okay. I do agree with you, though. Like, if y'all are separated, like, just on a break, staying in two different houses, trying to figure it out.
Absolutely.
I agree with you. Like, you should not be dating.
Well, how long should the ink dry?
I don't even think it's you want to... Quiet. Okay. She said, I ain't fit. Don't put me in that.
No, I'm listening.
I don't think it's a matter of how much time should the ink dry. I do think that when you go through a divorce, it's when you feel healed and whole from that. Mm-hmm. Because I think this is a common mistake with married people. If probably would agree. You get so used to a certain life, him in the bed, sleeping on his chest, y'all doing everything together. So sometimes after y'all divorce, you rush into something with somebody else, and it ain't really because you in love, or you just want that feeling back of what it felt like being one.
Security of that.
Yeah. So I don't think it's a matter of time. I think it's when you're whole, when you're complete, when you've rediscovered self, when you've gotten back to you.
But how would you know that if the man is trying to talk to you and he just got a divorce? What's the timeline that you would say, okay, I would date this man who's been recently divorced?
I would have a talk with him. Again, for me, like Summer is everything balance. I'm everything mindset. Like we would have to have an in-depth conversation. I have to see where your mindset is.
Okay.
Because you could have checked out from that marriage a long time ago. And y'all could have just been staying there to make it work for the kids or the finances or not to sever the home that y'all purchased together. It's a lot of things in there. And he could have said, I was faithful. Even to the end, I never cheated because we were still married, but we both had checked out. That's admirable to me.
Yeah.
I would, yeah.
So, but it would take that conversation to know that. It would take
to see
having
where
that
he at.
conversation. So if he said you write it, well, I'm separated, I'm going through a divorce, or just got a divorce, like you can't just say I'm out of run, I'm out of there, because you wouldn't know. You have to have that conversation to know, like, where is he at?
That sounds good, but it's not sound.
It sounds good, but I think these streets is moving different. I think they could tell you anything.
They can. That's why I say.
That's why I say if it's a quick divorce, it's too quick. Some things are too quick, even with a conversation. When did you get divorced? In May. It's August, sir. You need time to heal.
You need time, but I'm saying 2 years.
I'm
saying 2 years. Like even 5 years, if he ain't over a person, and women play games. If he not over a person and she playing games, he done moved on. I want to get with him just because
he's still gonna go back 5 years later.
Then
if he's still love her, if he still want her.
Yeah. So I'm like, the timing really, it is a factor, but it is about your mindset and watching how somebody move. You know what I'm saying? If I'm after conversating and just watching a person, you could tell if he's really in love with this woman, or if he's healed from it, or if he's trying to move forward. So
I think another thing too, because a study showed that men move on from divorce quicker than women. They will move on and remarry somebody else quicker than a woman, and a woman takes time to get whole. So I understand, Tisha, where you're coming from, because a man will move on to. Women are nurturers and they do things for their husband. And so I could imagine if you were a man and all of a sudden you didn't have her there to do those things that wife. Of course, you're looking to fill her shoes.
Right.
But then sometimes a divorce is not really, or separation is not really your choice. I hear people say, I want a one and done. Oh, this kills me. I want a one and done. When I get married, there will be no divorce. I love the confidence. I love the faith in your speech, but you can't fight in the ring for the both of you. You want a one and done and you don't want a divorce. But if your partner ever says, I'm out the ring, I'm taking off the boxing gloves, I'm done. Now you in the very position that you said you would never be in. Right. You can't control if your partner is willing to fight and stay in that ring with you.
Right.
That's true.
So sometimes when somebody gets divorced, they're hurt, they're broken, they're separated. I didn't want to be divorced to begin with. I wanted a one and done. But my partner checked out. What can I do? If you won't fight with me?
Yeah, that's true.
For 5 years? They might be dead. 5 years.
But
you hurt, so you should heal.
How you know they hurt?
If you was a one and done and your partner checked out on you, you will be a robot not to feel nothing.
But what about people who are not hurt at the divorce? My last divorce, I didn't shed a tear.
But you've probably been through the rigmaroles, right?
So I wasn't hurt. It didn't take 5 years.
Was you ready to date right after you got divorced?
I chose not to do that.
To do what? Work on yourself, or make sure you're good, find yourself, love yourself, hug yourself?
Rediscover myself.
Which was what all divorcees should do.
I agree, but 5 years, if it take you 5 years to learn yourself, you lost for real.
You asked me how long would a guy have to be divorced for me to talk to him?
But you said you wouldn't possibly take 5 years.
I said I would pray about it. And y'all said, no, you got to keep the same energy. I said, for me, it wouldn't be that. It would be sooner.
So
That's contradictive, but
Yeah, that is.
but for me, I have to just know that you are done with that because
But how can you know? How can
Like
you
you said,
ever
you'll
really
know.
know though? I mean, you
You'll
think you may know,
know.
you may see some signs, but how can you ever really know? I just feel like sometimes you just gotta let things happen.
just get out there and
Like,
go.
I mean, for real. Sometimes you just gotta let things happen. If it's meant to happen, if it's meant to be, it's gonna be, regardless
If you make them wait a little longer or not.
yeah.
But I do agree with you. Don't talk to somebody while you separated. And don't talk to somebody's husband or wife while they're going through a separation.
Yeah.
Give them a fair fight for their marriage and let them decide what they want to do.
I've met guys before that were in my lifetime that have been separated. And like you meet them somewhere. You married? I'm separated.
Mm-hmm.
You married then. Because I say, are you married? I'm separated. So the answer is yes. The answer is you're still married.
Yeah.
Go work on that. Go work on that. If you don't want to be with her, then it's free to do divorce now. I think online you could just do. I mean, there's ways to do that.
Full transparency.
To get out that situation if you really want to be out of it.
But I say work on it.
Yeah.
I would never tell nobody.
divorce.
Work on your.
I'm gonna tell
agree.
some people sign them papers. Get a divorce.
I ain't gonna never be the one to tell you that.
I would never tell nobody. I would no. I would never tell anybody that. But I am definitely a sign them papers kind of person. If like you said a minute ago, if there's no life, no hope of this getting better, it's a toxic marriage, it's broken. Sign them papers. But I will say this, in full transparency, I have been a person who was separated, going through divorce, filed the papers, waiting on the court to put it in the docket, stamp it, sign, seal, deliver it. And I dated other people. And I got a conviction after a while. And this is what the Lord told me. One, not only are you committing adultery by dating other people while you're still, if you have not got a writ of divorce, I don't mean in the process, a writ of divorce, you are still married in my eyes. And because I hear a lot of men say, I don't feel like I'm still married. I don't care how you feel. You ain't gave her a writ of divorce, you're still married. Not only are you committing adultery, but you don't think about the fact that now you've pulled in another person into your mess. And now instead of you just answering to God for your adultery, they got to now answer too. You've pulled them into this. I'm not doing that. You separated, go be separated.
And a lot of times I've seen people on their knees praying for that marriage while the other person's out doing separated. But somebody could be praying and going to God for their marriage, which is nothing wrong. If you want to pray for that, it's nothing wrong. So for you to go out there and do that and be in the middle of that, baby, I don't want no parts of that. Y'all need to be separate. Y'all need to be divorced because this lady could be on her knees fasting and praying for her husband and But yeah, no. Think I say.
The girl says y'all done? Because I'm thinking about these beans. So I guess we gonna wrap it up, y'all. Because Summer got some food at home waiting on. What all y'all got at home waiting on you, Summer?
Girl, I don't know. He said something about some cabbage. I'm holding you to it. But some beans for sure. Because he loves.
Because the meat is in the beans. So you don't
well,
add meat.
I will do a meat. So actually he had some boudin sausages. So I don't know if he cooked those.
So y'all eating good tonight.
So
she can't wait to get home for that. She'll go right in that kitchen.
What you about to go eat? What you doing for the rest of the evening?
I wants to get in the bed. These days wear me out. I don't know about y'all, but it makes me want to get in the bed and do nothing. But I want to go look up this super hoot.
Yeah, look at that.
You really
you're not finna look at no Netflix and chill. You finna be down a rabbit hole.
I wanna watch. I gotta catch up on Game of Thrones. I'm 2 episodes behind.
Wait, what you mean Game of Thrones?
House of Dragon. I'm sorry. I'm 2 episodes behind on that.
Okay.
And then what else I have to watch? Did I watch Abbott?
Elementary.
Yeah.
Girl, that thing is hilarious.
I still watch it, even it's reruns.
Abbott Elementary.
The dude from Everybody Hates Chris and that short, cute comedian.
The one that was Chris.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the short, cute comedian that's funny. Then the lady from 227. Is she from 2? No, she ain't from 227.
Oh, you talking about Moesha mama?
Yeah, Moesha.
Sharon Pepsi Riley or Sharon Ralph Lee or whatever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I watch it still on reruns.
Is it on
Hulu.
Netflix?
It's on Hulu.
Hulu. Okay.
Yeah, but it ain't nothing out right now.
Oh, it's not.
Really. I haven't seen anything.
Girl, I
that's
can't
worth
remember
it.
last time I watched TV.
So what you finna go do?
Girl, I'm same as you. Same as you. I'm gonna go get
You
this.
like you finna go to Lavatina.
Girl, no. I don't be outside like that. I think
don't?
Summer, I don't be outside.
She's smiling because nobody believe you.
Every-
be outside.
No,
you don't. Okay.
Everybody thinks I be outside.
Okay.
No.
At the table with my friends.
Exactly.
So that's how we go. Like I don't be out like that. Like last night, somebody was like, "Come watch the fight."
Mhm.
So to take one for the team, for my homegirl who wanted to meet a guy, she didn't want to go by herself.
Mhm.
I was like, I don't want to go. I got things to do for recording.
Mhm.
Please, please, please. So I took one for the team and said I'll be there for an hour. I don't be outside like that. The last time I was out, my family was here, so I gotta go. Let's get a booth. Okay, I gotta go.
Yeah.
But outside of that, when it's not like something like that for somebody, no.
Call Tangy Saturday night at 9.
And and you know where I'm gonna be? Where I was this past Saturday night at home in my bed watching Monk.
That's right.
Reruns of Monk. I don't.
Tangy, what?
Yeah.
Scoop?
What?
You be outside.
No, I do
They gonna
not.
be like, so it was so crunk. I ran into so and so.
I went to the High Five concert, but that's you gotta represent for Waco.
SWV tomorrow.
No, I know. No,
You're not going to
Where
Escape
they-
concert.
Is that in Dallas?
Mm-mm, I don't know.
I thought
She
they
know
was
about. I
coming.
know nothing about it.
I ain't know. I just know they
I should not be
traveling.
y'all. I'm gonna say this before we go. Like I literally was this past weekend, like sitting in the house, like I can't believe I'm single in the house.
Girl, I
With
enjoy
nothing
those
to do.
days when I don't have nothing to do. on
You
a
in a
Saturday.
marriage. Y'all are in relate. You can curl up under your mate. I can't curl up under nobody, get in matching fuzzy pajamas. I'm in a big old house. The girl said, I don't care about that. I'm in a big old house, no kids, no pets, no men. It's just
But
like
I'm saying, do you enjoy it? I'm saying even at moments
I've been
like
single
that,
for
I be
I've been
enjoying
single
it.
for so long that now I don't. And like I told Tisha the other day, not only have I been single post-divorce, because I divorced him in 2020. Not only have I been single post-divorce, we didn't live together the last
You did tell
3
me
or
that.
4 years of our marriage. So I realized I've been like alone way longer than that.
Well, what year did we go to Austin? Was that 2020 we went to Austin for the bridal shower?
I divorced
Damn,
him.
we
Yeah.
went
I had already
2021.
Okay.
Well, I don't know if y'all remember. I had already filed papers, but because we both filed, the docket got
Y'all was just still talking on the phone or
yeah,
whatever.
but
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
But we still hadn't been living together in like
Because he had moved to Houston or whatever. Oh, telling too much business.
It's okay. I don't care. We had been living apart
Yeah.
for years.
Yeah.
So I've been alone for
Single, not alone.
alone.
You just said the other day, you just said,
Well, y'all gotta understand when I say I meet somebody, it is literally like I said, me and Dude had one phone conversation
Right.
the next
It's
day,
nothing.
and it
no,
was
saying
nothing.
you're single, you're not, alone is not lonely. I'm trying
Yeah,
to think.
no,
Yeah.
but
okay.
but I'm
Alone.
like I'm at home on weekends, y'all, by myself.
No,
Like,
you are,
just-
Tangy, no, you are not.
Where you think I be?
I don't know. You don't be at home.
Yes, I do.
Tangy,
Girl, I be at home.
you can call Carmion and go somewhere. Y'all can run to the mall.
Y'all, I don't know if y'all know this, but Carmion is domesticated. She is a home body. She stays at home and cooks. Don't let them TikToks and them stuff that she popping on there. That stuff is
Yeah.
old. Mia doesn't go anywhere. She stays home. She's home on the weekend. I have to yell at her like, why do you act like an old hag? Get
They're
out
gonna
this
say,
house.
old hag.
No,
They're gonna say,
no.
oops. Yeah.
I'm at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in a house. So if somebody want to come get me, come get me.
But she ready.
Nah. Don't forget to
Ready
like,
to-
comment, subscribe. Click the notification bell if you haven't done it already. Follow us, FBR Potters. We love you guys. Leave
Yes.
comments below. And until next time, peace.
And tell your friends to tune
Respectful
in.
comments. Okay, y'all.